Hi everyone, this is Yisolele. I'm coming back today doing a conversation with my CUZO Tone to talk about all the things that's going on in the world right now. This is Tone right here.
How you doing, fellas, ladies? How y'all doing?
So today tonight actually, we're gonna talk about all the things that's going on in our community as well as our walk and finding a way to try to get our people to understand that we need to wake up and the importance of getting close back to the Most High. So I'm gonna let him tell you a little bit about himself so y'all can get a feel for who he is.
My name is Tone. I go by a lot of names: Tone Diesel, Tony G. Um, I am a business owner, entrepreneur. I have G Talk 2020 podcast. I have a plethora clothing line, and I have a record label, Wealthland Entertainment. Um, and I'm just, going through the motions of the world and just seeing the spiritual connection and seeing everything that's going on. I'm here with my cousin, and we about to get into, some intellectual and spiritual for y'all.
So first, I gotta ask, how do you feel that all this stuff is going on? How do you feel the connection to that this has to do with the Most High, or do you just feel like this is just the world just going crazy?
The world is going crazy, but it's not chaos because it was planned. Because this is God's plan. And knowing that I'm one of God's chosen people and knowing that this is all part of the timeline before Jesus, Yahshua comes back, that this is all part of it. But it's wild. Like, you can't help but shake your head and discuss, but realize that this is all biblical. And it just, to me, it just shows that we really are the people that God talks about in the Old Testament. We are the ones that are being persecuted. We're the ones that don't know our family lineage. Like, any other race can tell you where they're from, how they're from there, when their ancestors moved there. We don't have that. All we could tell you is we from somewhere in the South. You know what I mean? But we can't tell you like, oh yeah, I was from the Congo or I was from Ghana. And then you know what I mean? Or even if the ones that's claiming to be Native Americans, they can't exactly tell you. All they can say is, oh, I'm a Cherokee. Or my grandma told my mama that we got some type of Iroquois or some type of Native American in us. And all that goes into, we're the ones that they describe. We're the ones still being persecuted. We're the ones still being, that's what the riots and what's going on in the United States is about, is us being persecuted. You know what I mean? So like, seeing that lets me realize that we are the ones. But like I was telling my lady earlier, I'm like super chill, super calm. Like, I haven't felt like this at ease in a long time. Like, and I don't know. I think it's maybe because like I'm like really close to the God, and I'm not like, all my negativity and my criminal activities are gone. That I don't have like that weight and paranoia on me. But like, I'm so at peace. Like, they literally rioting, breaking into stores a block away from me, but I'm not worried about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and it's crazy because like my girl, she going through it. She's an assistant director for uh Tender Care, which is like a nationwide facility, and they're like the only one and like one of 20 in the nation that's still open because of the COVID situation and then because of the protests. But she ran into like a racial discrimination against a fellow black person, like a black martial law soldier or whatever you want to, officer, whatever you want to call him. Like, told her that her hair was wrapped up, like pretty much if she had like identification showing that she's an assistant director, you know what I mean, no record. not a criminal at all. And it's just showing us like, man, it's deeper than race. Like, it's really us against them.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because, like, part of me understands that this has to happen, and then the other half of me, okay, the spiritual side of me is calm and understands this has to happen, but the flesh in me wants to understand why this is happening, and it wants me to do destruction. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? And it puts you in a place of like, and that's where you got to have that spiritual relationship with, because it's good choice and it's God choice. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people out here thinking in the flesh, thinking
Mm-hmm.
that the good choice to riot, to loot, but this is our neighborhoods that we messing up. But the God choice, that voice in you that you always hear, that we sometimes try to ignore, that's what's telling us, like, nah, bro. Like, my homie, I can't make this up. My homie pulled up on me yesterday with like a truck full of Nike, and was like literally giving away the stuff. The way the prices were so low that he was like giving it away. And like, my flesh was like, man, buy everything. I'm gonna spend 200.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm going to spend $200 the price of one pair of shoes and end up with like 6 pair of shoes.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know what I mean? But it's like, and I'm not talking about like any type of Nikes. I'm talking about Vapor Max. You know what I mean? Jordans, high top Air Force Ones, low top all whites, socks included, like total hookup. But like, the spiritual part of me was like, man, this don't even sit right. I'm good on all that, bro.
Yeah.
And, and that's why I'm like, this not about justice for George Floyd.
It's
This
not.
is about, you know what I mean? Because this truckload of Nike not doing nothing for nobody. You feel me? Like, and that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sad because this is like 1992 with the riots and watch, and it spread all across the United States. Like, we not bringing the fight or the war to them like how we saying we
Doing it
are.
to each other.
We doing it to each other. And then when they call us monkeys and be like, see, that's why y'all can't have nothing, look what y'all do to our own stuff, what we gonna say? Because we burning our own stuff. They right.
Now, I was having this conversation with some sisters actually yesterday, and I was talking to them about it. I said I kind of feel like twofold. On the spiritual aspect, I know that this, like you said, has to happen. I know that this is all the Most High's plan. I feel very calm too. I don't feel like overwhelmed or like something. It's peace, because this is stuff that we know is supposed to come, and we haven't seen nothing yet.
Yeah.
But when it comes to this, I feel like
Fight
our
for,
people are tired. Our
yeah.
people are tired because we have been persecuted for over 400 years, constantly being the peaceful ones, constantly rolling over to them. But when it comes to each other, we always in attack mode and want to fight, and always on beast mode. So for me, like with the whole rioting thing, it's interesting that they are the ones who are going into neighborhoods setting bricks. There, people are saying like they just put the bricks there out of nowhere, and that even when nothing, nobody had no construction sites or nothing, and they dropping weapons on purpose for us to take it, and like in true fashion, we see something, we grab it, and then we react. So as usual, we always following after them, and I always say that goes back to even in ancient times when we didn't even have a king. The Most High didn't even destine for us to have a king, but we wanted to be like our oppressors and have a king. So then He gave us a king. We always want to be like everybody else instead of realizing that we are a royal priesthood. We don't love ourselves and know who we are. And that's sure and proof positive. And now the problem is we're tired of being the tail. We've been the tail our whole lives. Our ancestors been the tail. So what is happening with a lot of people I'm seeing is that a lot of this, some of this is for George Floyd, but a lot of this is they're trying to act out the anger of oppression. And on top of the virus going on. A lot of people not working. A lot of people not getting unemployment checks. People are tired. So yeah, they're going into stores, they're breaking in, and they're stealing stuff because they finally feel like if I finally can get something for free without having to worry about the consequences, not realizing that it's still a consequence that because when it gets all said and done, they still either gonna come after you. You still can get in trouble. Then you're destroying where you live at. Yeah, we don't own these neighborhoods because this is not our home. But even for the Black businesses, and I know some people gonna get mad when I say this, I hear a lot of Black businesses talking about y'all destroying our stuff. But in the same token, I kind of feel in between about that because it's like a lot of these Black businesses, how are they really helping their own? They hike up the prices on everything. They treat you any kind of way. We have the worst attitude towards each other, but then yet and still we say support our businesses. You putting stuff, businesses in the neighborhood that's killing our people. We're not
We
supposed to
treat
eat
each
pork,
other
but you
worse
selling
than
barbecue, giving our people pork and shrimp that's killing them. So it's like, in a sense, I'm kind of like, how are you really for the people either? Like, you know different than the rest of them.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I want to, you know what I mean, that I'm pretty sure a lot of the guests want to know about. Like, can you go into like the shrimp thing? I'm pretty sure people know about the pork, but can you go into the shrimp thing for the people?
Because so like eating shrimp and catfish and all that stuff, those are bottom feeders. They are the cockroaches of the sea. So the thing is, you're putting those things in your body that's mean to clean up the sea. They're just like pigs. They will eat anything. So then you go to the store, you buy them. Most of the time, even when you buy like shrimp and crabs and lobster and stuff, they're not cleaning it out. So the waste is still in them. Then you go home, you having crab boils and all that stuff, and you're eating the waste. Then you wondering why you have cancer. You wonder why you have diabetes. You wonder why you have allergies. You wonder why you have sinus. You're putting a creature that wasn't meant for that. The Most High said these are abominable. Like I tell people, go back to Leviticus where he breaks down why we should not eat these things, yet and still we're eating it. And just to show you proof positive that not only is good and it's killing us, I remember a couple of months ago when the virus first hit, I seen people posting on Instagram that Jules was having a sale in the hood only for crab legs. And we just buying it like crazy. But then we're the ones who are having the virus the worst and dying. And people are not putting the two together. So it's like we always give our oppressors a way to curse us. And we just fall in line easily. And it's like you're putting this stuff in your body and you wonder why it's killing you. That's why the virus are attacking us at an abnormal rate because our bodies are broken down. Shrimp, I never forget when I went to the doctor, they had told me about like with shrimp, they really cause allergies a lot. So when you learn about where your immune system, people never realize the immune system is in this vicinity. That's why they tell you keep your nose covered, your mouth covered and stuff, because this is actually where your immune system is. So if you're eating, guess what? You're pushing poison right into your immune system. Shrimp already cause allergies and cause sinus.
I got bad allergies, but that's why I'm trying to watch how I eat too.
Yeah, that's why. Because a lot of us were eating these
Tell
things.
me I need to go on a clean diet.
Yeah, clean diet. Like when I quit eating that stuff, literally, I was in the hospital. I was sick all the time. When I stopped eating that stuff, literally, I don't have them issues and stuff that I used to have anymore. I don't get sick no more like that. Like it's very rare I even get sick. It's like the most I have sickness is more spiritual sickness where people like doing work in the spiritual realm trying to send attacks towards me. But as far as physical sickness, I don't have them issues no more. Like even with my asthma, all that stuff. It's like when I start eating the way according to the way the Most High wanted us to eat, it got better. And I actually started taking care of my body. And what we don't realize is that's our temple. We're supposed to take care of our temple, but yet we're destroying it. We always think about when Christ, well, a lot of people don't like the name Christ, but or Yesiah. I usually say Yesiah, but I know like you're still getting there. So that's why I'm saying Christ, where everybody started freaking out about like, I can't believe you saying Christ. But when he went to the temple and destroyed it, people always look at it in the physical, but it's spiritual as well. Because we are putting unclean things and we're selling things in our bodies, our temple. And that's why he destroyed it. That's why he said we were going to be made new. People don't even understand the significance of being made new because our temples are destroyed. Just like how we was putting poisons and selling stuff we were selling stuff in the temple and doing all kind of abominable acts. We're doing the same thing now in our temple. People don't realize that's spiritual. It's not just physical.
True.
Yeah. So like,
absolutely, man. But yeah, we got to get you to come on my show too. Like, shout out to all your viewers. And everybody that's
Yeah.
subscribed, we got to get you to come on my show. You got to sit down with us on GTO 2020.
Yeah.
Definitely. Most
Definitely.
definitely.
We need to start bridging the gap because that's the problem. Like I
Yeah.
was talking to
And
Brother Jonathan.
I really feel like that's what I'm meant to do. I feel like I'm meant to be the bridge. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like, kind of like Joshua. You know what I mean? Like, he hung with the not so
Mm-hmm.
clean, you know what I mean, as we would consider. But, like, that's what I'll be with. But I'm be the one that's, like, giving these people advice. So, I just feel like, especially with my platform, like, I never, even though people always say, like, you meant to be a leader and all of that. I never see myself as that. I just see myself as like the person to just tell people, not even on like a dictator and shit, like to tell people what to do, but just like I know, so I just say what I know, and that's
Mm-hmm.
just how. Like, and I just feel like you and I, we could definitely come together, bridge the gap, and because a lot of us on both sides have questions. It's a lot of
Yeah.
people that super spiritual who don't know how to talk to people who are not. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people not spiritual who that want to talk to the people that are spiritual but don't know how.
Don't know
So
how.
you know what I mean? Like I think you know what I mean, we should do this like once or twice a week and really just like bridge the gap.
Yeah. And it's interesting you said I was just talking to Brother Jonathan in South Africa. And I was telling him this is the time now that we do need to start bridging those gaps. It's not just about, I said the sad thing about it in this walk, we talk amongst each other 24/7. But
Yeah.
Yesiah went to the lost. He was in the world. He was around the worldly people, trying to save them. But yet and still a lot of us, we just stay focused in our little circle, in our little hut. But we're not
And
reaching the
we look down
people that's out there.
we look down on the ones that don't know.
Yeah.
But
That's considered Christian behavior.
my phone is about to die. It's keep blinking. I got like 5 seconds left. Well, you know what I mean, like 5% left. So, can we pick this up tomorrow at like noon?
At noon?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just stop this. Let me stop this right now.